Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a fashion reseller over on Poshmark. You can find me on the app at TheScottCottage. You can also find me over on Instagram at TheScottCottage as well. So today's video, as you read in the description, is going to be a what sold video, and I think as a reseller that these videos are just as important, if not more important, than the haul videos. Most of us as resellers, we really enjoy doing haul videos. They're just more fun to film and more fun just to see what we've got. But I do think as a reseller, it is very important to research what is being sold. So you can see in the what sold videos, things that are trending, brands that are selling, and it just gives you a better idea of things that are selling. So I had 17 items sell, so this is for the last 2 weeks. I do want to say that I didn't get a sale until the 3rd. I was out of town until May 3rd, so I didn't get any sales for the first few days, and I'm not including any sales that I get today. So today is the 14th, so technically it's not a full 2 weeks, but just to give you an idea of things that have sold for me, I'm going to pop up on the screen the items so you actually can see the item that sold and see the price that it sold for. So I had 17 items. My average cost per item that I have made in total profit is averaging about $18, which isn't a lot, you know, but when I started it was a lot lower. So for you to track that and see that you're getting your amount per item is getting higher each month, then you know you're working in the right direction. So I've started tracking my sales a little bit better this month, and it's just so much better to see on paper exactly what I'm making in profit per item. You know, usually you just run a progress report on Poshmark, and that doesn't tell you your price per good. So by doing it, I do it on Google Sheets. It's completely free, and I can program it to tell me the amounts. So my average total profit after fees, after cost per goods, after everything is about $18 per item. Like I said, that's a lot better than it used to be, and so being able to see it trending upward is definitely good. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. If it consistently is staying at, like, say $5 or $10 or whatever it is, then maybe you need to make some changes in brands that you're picking up. Maybe you're picking up brands that just don't resell well, or they're not trending, or people just aren't looking for that brand. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that, would be my tip for today. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and hop on into the what sold section. So I'm going to pop up on the screen the items that sold and for how much. So the first item I sold at the beginning of May was this American Eagle floral tank. I haven't had it listed for too long. That tells me that this does sell well. American Eagle has always done well for me. It is a bread and butter brand for sure. You know, I don't make a huge profit on this, but it sells consistently for me. So especially the tops, the jeans, unless they're a skinny, they don't sell as well, or shorts tend to do pretty well for me, but the blouses and tank tops do the best for me from American Eagle. So this only sold for $10. The next item I sold was a Tahari black strappy shirt. I've had this listed for quite some time, but Tahari is a really good brand, very good quality in their items. So anytime I see them at a reasonable price, I do pick them up. So this sold for $15. After Poshmark fees, I made $12. So that was a good sale. Next are these sunglasses, and I actually got these in one of my ThredUp fun boxes. So if you guys watch my ThredUp boxes, you may have seen these. The brand is O by Oscar de la Renta, and I've never really heard of that brand, but I have noticed other resellers definitely pick it up, and it is a very pricey brand. So these sunglasses sold for $16, and I made a profit after fees of $12.80. And usually those fun boxes, the items, because there's about 10 items and I pay $22, so the items are about $2 that you pay for the items. So pretty good profit, $10 profit or so there. Next is this Anthro Velvet teal top. Now the reason it sold for $10 is there was a flaw, and I will show you the flaw here. There was a tiny pinhole in one of the sleeves. Honestly, it wasn't really noticeable, but I have said before, being honest is going to be the best customer service you can offer to your customers. Being honest about anything and everything. If there is a flaw with your item, you definitely want to mention it. And she still left me a great review, even though it was flawed. So I sold that for $10. Didn't make a huge profit off of that, but she did leave a comment. Adorable top in great condition. Thank you so much. So definitely be honest if there's a flaw with your item. So next is the hobo bag, and if you saw my reseller collaboration with some other resellers, you know that I mentioned this as a be on the lookout item. And the reason I say that is this bag I had sitting for a little while because I got in a thread-up box. So I paid essentially $7 for this bag, but I didn't know much about the brand. I had been told from other resellers that it was a great brand to sell, but I just didn't know much about the bag. And so I wanted to do some research before I listed it. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did some research on the bag. I found the name, found out the comps, you know, how much it retailed. It retailed for about $350. And so I listed it for $125. Which was what a comparable listing was being sold as well. And so I did send out offer to likers a few times. I had a lot of interest in this bag. I sent out offers to likers for I think $100 and free shipping maybe. And someone actually came along and bought this bag full price, didn't negotiate at all. She just completely bought it outright. So I made a total profit of about $93. But after Poshmark fees. So before Poshmark fees, it was $100. So I paid $7 and made a $93 profit. So this was my favorite sale to date. It is definitely a brand I would make sure you guys are looking for. It is called Hobo International. And I will pop up on the screen. This is what the inside tag looks like. So make sure when you're outsourcing, if you see this tag, you need to pick up this bag because all the bags that they sell are 100% leather. They're that very soft leather, worn-in material that feels so great. And of course they hold up well because they're 100% leather. So definitely be on the lookout for that. That is one of my favorite sales to date. And then she also left me a great review. She said, received my order quickly and it was just as described. Love my bag. Thank you so much. So that one I actually added more than the 8 photos that it allows. So I just made a separate post and just added 8 more photos because I felt like when an item is that pricey, you need to have as many photos and be as descriptive as possible. So that definitely worked out. All right, so next is a brand that I have never sold before, I have never seen before, but it's called Billa and it's made in India. So this is a floral crochet sheer top, really beautiful pattern. As you can see, I love anything floral. If you know me and you're subscribed to my channel, you know I always pick up floral. I think it's beautiful. And it also has beautiful crochet detail along the neckline, sleeves, so very summery. Definitely seeing a trend in items that people are probably purchasing for vacation. So this was definitely a really nice summer top. It was a size extra large. Sold it for $29. So my earnings after the Poshmark fees were $23.20, and I want to say I only paid about $3 for that item. Next is this Free People, and I honestly am surprised it lasted as long as it did because as soon as I posted it, I was getting tons and tons of likes. So this item actually had a total of 18 people that liked it, and I only listed it about 3 weeks ago. So really beautiful cream Free People blouse, or I guess tank top, has this really cool tie in the back. I thought was really unique, kind of fitted, and then it flares at the bottom with an asymmetric hem. So that sold for $25. I think she sent me that offer in, so I made a total of $20 in profit off of that. A lot of this stuff I purchased at a yard sale pretty recently, so this stuff has been good buys. So the next one is a Gap pink long sleeve shirt. I've talked again and again about how popular coral is right now and how it is selling really well for me, so be on the lookout for anything coral. This item was pretty much a new without tag item. I purchased at a yard sale. It didn't look like it had any wear whatsoever. Had a beautiful keyhole opening in the back with a tie. Very lightweight, great for the spring and summer, size extra, extra large. So it sold for $20, made a profit of $14.20 after the Poshmark fees. So next is the brand Torrid, and I cannot say enough, if you are a reseller and you are passing on this brand, you're passing on money. Every single time that I have purchased and sold Torrid, it has done really well for me. It has been purchased very quickly and for full price actually. So this item, I think I had it listed for $35 and someone came along and purchased it. I profited $28 in profit and I think I only paid $1 for this item. I'm pretty sure it's a swim cover. It could be worn as a blouse or a tunic because of the length, but I do think it's a swim cover because it was very lightweight. It just reminds me of a swim cover, but like I said, you could wear it as a blouse as well. So that was a great sale. Next is another American Eagle. As I said, American Eagle does pretty well for me as just a bread and butter brand. I sold for $10 as well, just like the other American Eagle top. I profited $7.05, and this one actually had a flaw as well, I believe. I think there was a tiny pinhole in the very top. Yeah, there it is. Can't really see it, and especially if you were wearing like a cami or a tank underneath, you would never see that, but I definitely list things like that. Even if you think it's something small and people won't notice, I always list it in the description. So that sold for $10. That has been in my closet for quite a bit. I may have price dropped it recently to get that sold. Okay, next is Not Your Daughter's Jeans. I have watched so many resellers pick up this brand, and I have picked it up, and honestly, it has sat in my closet for some time. They don't sell as well as I was expecting. They are really great quality. They do have this tummy tuck control, high-rise type of deal, so it does help with like the mom bod. But they just don't sell well for me. They sold for $14, which isn't terrible, but I don't know how much I paid for them, but it didn't sell for as much as I thought that they would sell for. But those sold. So if you're looking for jeans, I wouldn't say pass this brand, but if you're going to purchase, make sure it's low enough, because if I paid more than $2 or something, I didn't make a huge profit on this sale. So be on the lookout. My earnings was $9.25 on those. Next is a pair of jeans that I got in one of my ThredUp jeans boxes, and the brand is Denim Company or Denim Co. And I don't entirely know where this is sold at, but they sat for quite a while. They were flawed as well. There was a tiny stain on the front. Wasn't super noticeable, but these sold for $15, which I thought was pretty good sale in my opinion, especially having a flaw. So I would pick those up again. My earnings was $12 after the Poshmark fees. Next is J. Crew white matchstick jeans. These are a new without tag. They, I think they even had the cutout tag still on the inside. Let me double check that. Yes, they still had the remove before washing or wearing tag attached. So they were new without tag. You can just feel the starch in them that they were new without tag. And these sold for $16. I had them for a little while, and so I price dropped them, and someone purchased. So my earnings was $11 after the Poshmark fees. Next, there's some shoes. These are Carlos Santana. I've actually had these as well for quite some time. I think that I did a price drop on these, or an offer to likers. I'm not quite sure, but let me see if it tells me. I just did a price drop on this. So they sold for $19. My earnings was $15.20 on these. These are a snakeskin slingback heel with a peep toe. They're in like new condition. I only paid $1 for these, so I feel like that was a pretty good flip on those. They did sit for quite a while. They didn't sell super quick. Alright, so next is this 90 Degrees by Reflex athletic set, and this was a retail arbitrage sale. So I purchased this over at, I think, Marshall's for a discounted price. They were originally $68, and she purchased them for $30. I believe I had them listed for $35. She offered me $30, and I thought that was a reasonable offer, and so I accepted. So my profit on this was $24, and I paid $12. So I made $12 in profit off of that. So pretty decent flip. My dog is throwing a ball, so if you see it fly, that's my dog. So anyway, that was a set of 2 tank tops. One was black and one was like an olive color, so that was a pretty good sale. All right, next is this baby doll tunic dress. So is a boutique brand, but it has a really great following, so I always pick up it if it's at a decent price. So this is a tunic dress. It could be considered like a mini dress. You could wear it with or without leggings. Really beautiful patchwork detail. It has a tassel in the front with some sheer lace on the top as well. Just really bohemian, boho feel. Has some pockets on the front. So it sold for $28. My profit was $20.60. And last but not least is a Free People dress. And I got a lot of likes on this as well. A lot of people that were very interested in this dress. Let's see, I had 32 people had liked this dress. So I listed it probably about 2 weeks ago as well. And it sold for $39. I think I had it listed at $45 and sent out an offer to likers, and she accepted. So my total profit was $29.40. So that is it on all of my what sold items. So I do notice a trend with the American Eagle. Definitely some summer trends. Coral, like I said, have done well. Dresses have been selling too. I guess they only had what, 1 or 2 on this one, but before that I was having dresses sell pretty quickly. So people are definitely on the lookout for vacation items. So keep that in mind when you all are out sourcing and looking for items to sell in your Poshmark closet. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to see you next time.